You are listening to the Coach's Corner Show on KYNT, Yankton's home team. Now, let's get you caught up on Yankton High School athletics with SDBA and NSMA Sportscaster of the Year award winner and the voice of Yankton Bucks and Gazelles athletics, KYNT Sports Director, Bryce Ladwig.
Good morning. Welcome to the Coach's Corner. This is Bryce Ladwig coming to you live from 1019 Broadway Avenue right here in Yankton. The Coach's Corner show powered by Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with the vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. Coaches join us today on the Pizza Ranch phone line. For legendary chicken and the best pizza, it's Yankton Pizza Ranch. It's on Broadway, or you can call 665-1222. I have three coaches on the line for you today, two live. First, we'll play the post game from Brookings doubleheader for Yankton baseball. That was back on Tuesday. Yankton dropped the first game 4-1 and won the second game 1-0 to split that Class A doubleheader with Brookings. We'll have a talk with Coach Jill Muth of Yankton Gazelles softball. They're coming off a victory, 9-7 victory over Sioux Falls Jefferson. And then KYNT Assistant Sports Director Braden Butler caught up with Coach Jeff Gross of Yankton Track and Field. And we'll have that interview for you as well. We'll also have Bucks tennis results and more. All around the corner, right here in the Coach's Corner. Good morning.
My name is Rachel Lindholm, and I'm a sophomore at Mount Marty. Mostly, Mount Marty is it's like home to me. The community is awesome. No matter who you're talking to, whether in dining services or the residence life team, everyone loves talking to everyone else, and everyone's super interested in getting to know you, and everyone loves making you feel like you are home.
Start your journey at Mount Marty University. Schedule a tour online at mountmarty.edu.
Isn't it great when things work how they should? Like the award-winning free checking from FNBO. No monthly fees, no minimums, and no overdraft fees, ever. Online, in the app, on the go, or down the street. You be you, and we'll make it easy to bank your way and manage your account. Here's to simple, flexible, and free. Here's to checking that works the way you want it to. Visit fnbo.com to learn more or stop on by. FNBO Free Checking. Member FDIC.
It's time to stop making excuses. The peace of mind you get after a colonoscopy is worth it. It's the best way to prevent and detect one of the deadliest cancers. In fact, your doctor can remove precancerous polyps during the procedure if necessary. That's right, before it even turns to cancer. No buts about it. Get a colonoscopy at 45 and follow up every 10 years or as recommended by your doctor. Find a location or schedule now at avera.org/colon.
Imagine paid vacation, sick leave, holidays, and full medical coverage the moment you start a new job. Plus quarterly profit sharing, 5% 401k match, and a company-paid retirement plan. Your first day on the job. With Parker of Yankton, you don't have to imagine, because all these benefits begin day one. We are hiring assemblers, material handlers, and line operation techs for both shifts. Don't mind working nights? Enjoy a pay differential of $235. If you're looking to upgrade your career and have day one benefits, apply today at parker.com.
Parker, engineering your success.
All right, Coach, a split against a very good Sioux Falls Jefferson team. And as you know, we've got notes from both games here. First of all, thanks for joining us.
You betcha.
All right, great defense in game one from Yankton by Sean. Goki had a lot of action there right away to start the game. Feeser as well had some scoops over there at first. And also in the second game, some good defensive play. Just like base running, I'm sure Yankton always hangs their hat on defense.
Yeah, that's one of our identities that we want to be proud of. We should be proud of it. We've been very good defensively for 25 years here in Yankton, honestly. That's just a product of coaches from lower level down for the last 25 years all the way to the top. But we played really well defensively. Really saved us some runs there. I know Beck Reichen in that second game had some plays that were pretty unbelievable. Balls that went in the air got caught a lot in that second game. Sager had some good plays out there in left, Bessie in center. And Gary read the ball really well in the outfield. That was huge, the outfield. Infield's always easy to see. Outfield's a little tougher to see as far as a spectator on what they're able to get a jump and read on a ball and what ball should be hit. So defense was good.
Well, speaking of the outfield, so I have a two-part question here. or more of a statement, I guess, whatever you want to say about it. But Cale Gary, actually a really good start, just minus that one inning. But with that also, how much does the wind play into that? Because the wind's blowing in, and for an outfielder to try to read that baseball, it was enough to change the angle of the baseball, yeah?
Playing right field here is really tough when it's blowing the way that it is because you don't know where it's going to end up. You don't know where to start. Even Feeser had trouble with a fly ball that should get caught, but the wind blows it. So it's tough. But back to the original question there, Cale was phenomenal. Cale was really good. His line does not reflect how good he was. I mean, he put up 3 zeros, and then they got 4 runs there. They got him really quick. But I was so happy with Cale's performance tonight, and honestly, all our pitchers so far he just matched what everyone else has been doing. So,
yeah, great pitching performances that carried over into the second game. Beck Reichen, a great pitching performance on the mound, and took over by Owen with Sean. I was in a jam there, got out of it, and then Mark Cottle comes in for the save. Just a trio of pitchers really did a nice job as well.
Yep. We take Beck out without giving up a hit, but we had gone through the order a couple times. They were starting to see it a little bit better. And good hitting teams, when they see you for a third time, that's when they tend to start being able to piece it together a little bit. So the plan was to get him out. He did such a good job. And like I said, our pitching staff is strong. Like, they're gonna have to continue to be, and until we can figure out a way to drive in some more runs. We will figure out a way to drive in some more runs, but until that time, our pitching is going to save us. So Beck did good. Washawn got himself in a little bit of trouble, but was able to get out of it. And then Mark came in and did what Mark does. So a lot of confidence when Mark goes out to the mound, even with a 1-run lead. We have a lot of confidence as a team, as a coaching staff, as fans. Everybody does.
You said you have so many weapons at pitcher, but again, with Mark Cottle, being able to have him as probably your ace or one of your top guys pitching, and also be able to use him maybe in jam spots or as a closer, it must be really nice to have him in your arsenal.
Absolutely. We talked to Mark earlier this week, actually. I know Mark wants to start games. I know he wants to be a starter, but he's going to be whatever we need him to be, and he's cool with that. He's good with that. But if any high leverage situation, it's going to probably be Mark, because he's earned that trust. He's earned it on the field. He's earned it with his confidence. So anytime we have a big spot, we're going to go to him as long as he's available and he feels good and his arm feels good. So his arm feels good a lot because he takes care of himself, but we're lucky to have him.
Matthew Sheldon returns to the lineup in a pinch hitting situation, gets the RBI with a base hit out toward right field, knocks in Trey Sager. I think it was Sager, right? Knocks in Trey Sager. And then part 2 of that, I'm just going to piggyback off all these. Trey Sager just consistently finding the baseball, getting on base a couple more times in game number 2. So far from the opening gate of the season to now, he's been one of Yankton's hottest hitters.
Yep. Trey's been doing a phenomenal job. He worked a lot this offseason, and it really shows. It shows that he's able to go out there and have some confidence and hit the ball. So we just need him to keep doing that and being aggressive, and good things are going to happen for us. Matthew, I didn't know Matthew was available today until Matthew texted me at about 2 o'clock that he was cleared from his surgery on his labrum to have 1 at bat in an emergency situation, he told me. I didn't know what that meant, so I made him clarify, and he said that he was allowed to have 1 at bat. So, Coach Creer, Coach Mueller, and Coach Davis and I were trying to figure out when that at bat would be. It worked out really well. So he came in, got a base hit to right field. That's his first at bat of the year, and got an RBI and got the game-winning RBI. So, it's fun. That's really fun stuff. These players are awesome. Like, all of them. They're like, our sons to these coaches. And Matthew's been out and not been able to play, and now he's able to, and it's fun to be a part of.
We've had some good groups of guys come over here the last few years, that's for sure. But so if he's cleared for 1 at bat, and if obviously everything went well with that means he's probably on the road to really joining the team in more of a full capacity. I'm not trying to put the cart before the horse, but
he sort of is. I mean, it's a process with the tournament. Like he has to make sure that, if he's sore the next day, he has to wait till he's done being sore. He's got the whole regiment. He's been really strict with it. So maybe he'll hit a little bit this weekend, but we don't know that. So we just go into every game and based off how he feels.
All right, well, Brookings, you just faced them, so you know exactly what to expect from them. But up at what was the Bob Sheldon or something? Yeah, field, really nice field up there. Know that from the state tournament, and I'll be up there for that doubleheader, Coach. Betcha. But kind of give us a preview because I'm going to use this for the pregame. So again, Brookings, what goes into when you face a team so recently? When you face them, right? Because things change, right? I mean, when you face a team maybe in the beginning of the year versus the end of the year, enough time has gone by, but we're talking not even a week.
I would say that would be, in a normal situation, middle of the season, it would be difficult for pitchers to come back and pitch against the same batters because the batters see somebody enough. But with both of us being really early in the season, I mean, everything that you saw on Saturday, you can throw out the window. I mean, people are so early into their season, pitching and hitting, that it's going to be like a brand new game. I mean, they're going to see the same pitchers. We're going to see the same pitchers from them, I assume. And then we'll just go with it. But Brookings graduated a lot of people last year, but it doesn't seem to matter. They got a good program. They're going to compete. And they'll be close ball games. If we're going to, not score a lot of runs, then we're going to be in some close ball games, but that's only going to help us throughout the year when we do start putting some runs together. So,
all right, appreciate it, Coach. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you have a pest problem? Bed bugs, bats in the attic, termite damage, earwigs? Olson's Pest Technicians can tackle any of your pest problems. Family owned and operated with over 80 years of pest experience in South Dakota, Minnesota, and Iowa. Proven pest methods include Centricon bait stations for termites and Bicane treatments for bed bugs. Even the toughest pest infestations don't stand a chance. Olson's Pest Technicians, putting pests to rest since 1966. Call 800-KIL-BUGS.
You've been suffering from chronic pain or a recent injury.
Check us out, Lane, Reed, and Cole Sawatsky at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab.
We offer a wide variety of treatments and techniques, including dry needling, cupping, chiropractic adjustments, and sports rehabilitation.
Our mission is to ensure an individualized and efficient treatment plan to get you back on your feet.
From ankle sprains and sports injuries to neck pain and headaches, we've got your back.
Give us a call or book an appointment on our website. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy.
When you make the right decision, it feels good. Like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Rhonda Westland is right here in Yankton to help you select the right protection at the right price. Rhonda will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm agent Rhonda Westland, it's easy to make the right choice. Just call her. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Braden Butler here for the Coach's Corner. Joining me on the Pizza Ranch phone line is head coach Jeff Gross for Yankton Track and Field. And Coach Gross, pretty successful start to the season, including a big day at a home triangular here recently. Before we get too far into this interview, though, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. It's been a beautiful day, beautiful week. Would be a night. We're recording this on Friday, so it's absolutely perfect today. Hopefully we can capture this in a bottle and do the same thing tomorrow. Sounds like the wind might be a little stronger tomorrow, but we're running up in Brandon, and Brandon's with the high school and the shelter belt that's there and houses around it. It's a pretty sheltered facility, so hopefully we have some great performances there.
Yeah, we'll talk about that meetup in Brandon tomorrow in due time, but got to kind of look back a little bit. It's been a fairly successful start to the season from the outside looking in, reading the reports and reading the results, including a big week last week in a home triangular against Sioux City East and then Sioux Falls, Washington. 18 total event victories, I believe 15 individual and 3 relays. So can you just talk about your team, how they're looking here early in the season, especially that big week that big performance in your triangular here recently?
Yep. I mean, I guess when I read that in the paper, same as you, 18 event wins. I mean, that's 40 events total on the boys and the girls side. I don't really usually go through and count how many events we win necessarily, but to go against, probably 2 of the bigger schools that are on our schedule and to pull off 18, it was more than our fair share of victories when you look at things. And there's some very competitive athletes on both the Sioux City East. They had an incredibly really good girls sprinter who was a great matchup for our girls sprinters, which was exciting to see them get pushed and challenged, and frankly to get beaten. It just keeps them that much more hungry and know that there's more out there. And then on Sioux Falls, Washington, also they've got a great quarter miler and a lot of great other athletes. You're talking about schools there that both have more than twice as many students as us here in Yankton. So for our kids to compete on the scale that they did is just a testament to the coaching staff that we have. I'm excited about that. We've got 9 of us, including myself. I'll include myself in there, that are just passionate about kids and passionate about track and field and having kids improve. And it's been a great start to the year that way. And we've had some different. We kind of keep track of indoor records on an unofficial level. We've had some school records set there, so that's been a fantastic start, and the kids are just hungry to continue to build on what we've laid, the foundation so far. In addition to having 18 event victories the other day, we also had over 70 personal records, which is kind of what we keep track of with all of the kids. That's all you can do in track and field, is just try to build upon and improve upon what you did last time. And you don't just do that at meets. You got to do that in practice too. And our kids are doing a great job of putting the work in between meets. Going forward here the next few weeks or couple weeks here, we've got a lot of meets coming up. So we're not going to get a lot of practice time, but we're still going to put in the work. So.
One thing I noticed about your team on both sides, it might stick out a little more on the girls' side, but both sides I'm noticing it is a lot of young athletes that are performing very well. I'm seeing 9th graders, 10th graders, 8th graders even that are performing very, very well. Rosalind Adamson comes to mind. Berkeley Olson comes to mind on the girls' side. I saw both of them finish very well at the Triangular last week, among others. So speak a little bit to the youth of the program, because it feels like a lot of young athletes are performing very, very well for this varsity team.
Yep, and on the girls' side also, we've got a good mix of some veteran girls in there too. I'm going to mention like an Ava Johannesson, and then her younger sister, also Abby, who's another freshman on the distance side. But yeah, I mean, Tyann Bestie is another young runner that we have running with us right now. She's an 8th grader, came up at the end of last season. The thing that excites me about those young runners, and Berkeley's kind of the veteran of those younger ones that you just mentioned. She's a sophomore, but this is her 4th year of varsity track. So in the day of the portal and COVID and NIL money, I guess she's going to get 3 senior seasons here almost, to use that comparison. So that's exciting. But the point I was going to try to make is, even though those young kids are performing well, they're not perfect. They still got a lot of things that they can improve on, and that's just exciting from a coaching standpoint. And I think those girls that you mentioned and all of our kids, they all want to be coached. They all want to improve. They know that there's more out there. They've not reached their peak or their pinnacle. And that's what's exciting about coaching track, is you generally get the kids that really want to improve themselves and want to be coached, because by this time of the school year, a lot of kids have, they're getting summeritis and senioritis for the older ones. And our kids want to be coached, and that's what's exciting.
You got a big meet coming up today, as this is airing, tomorrow as we're recording it, but up in Brandon Valley, hosted at Brandon Valley High School. You talked a little bit about it earlier on. When I checked online, it looked like 8 teams were competing. I don't know if that's changed, so you can let me know. But what are you expecting in that meet coming up in Brandon?
Well, one of the things we're expecting is a very competitive meet. I mean, I'm going to use Connor Slaba and our 100-meter runners as an example. Connor ran probably the 11th fastest time. He didn't quite break the top 10 list for Yankton High School. He ran the other day of 10.91. I think it's 10.90, which is the 10th fastest all-time time in Yankton High School history. And so I'm going to just say he's 11th, probably by default. But he is the 7th fastest person in the 100-meter dash tomorrow. He's in lane 1. I opened up the heat sheets this morning when they were sent to us, thinking that he'd probably be in lane 3 or lane 6, somewhere in there. But then I looked at the heat sheet, and when I did the math and figured out with Harrisburg there, Sioux Falls, Lincoln, O'Gorman, they've got some really good sprinters, and they're just a little bit faster right now than Connor. And I know I just talked with him in the hallway here in between classes, and he's excited about stepping up and being challenged and trying to beat some of those kids that on paper are technically faster than him right now. But that's the beauty of track and field, and sometimes this gets lost in the shuffle. It's still beating people man-to-man, mano-a-mano, so to speak. And there's a lot of gamesmanship that can go on in the warm-ups, and it's still a competition. And it's when we step on the track, who's going to compete against who's going to beat who. And so to answer your question specifically about the meet in Brandon, I'm just excited about the competition that we're going to see on both the boys' sides and the girls' side. I mean, Harrisburg, Sioux Falls, Lincoln, Brandon Valley. I'm forgetting, other people that are there right now. O'Gorman, Sioux Falls, Jefferson, I think, is there tomorrow. It's going to be a fantastic competitive meet. There's going to be, we've already been fortunate enough to have our kids up in the state rankings. I mean, we're very short into the season here, but it's going to be fun to see our kids advance both in relays, individual events, field events, track events, and just to see them continue to move up the ladder. And tomorrow's a great chance to do that with the competition level that we have there. It's time to put up or shut up because there's a lot of competitors there tomorrow. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, the way you talk about it, Coach Gross, the amount of talent, just team-wise and individually for these schools coming in, it almost feels like an early season state tournament preview. You're going to be seeing a lot of these same guys and girls near the top of those state rankings near the end of the season when it comes time to go to the Class AA tournament or meet.
Definitely. It seems like the talent right now is very, Rapid City has their fair share, especially Rapid City Stevens. Spearfish has a few here and there. Sturgis has a few kids here and there. You got great track and field out west. But right now it seems like the equilibrium, the pendulum has kind of shifted, especially to the inside that I-29 corridor, to the schools that are around that area. So it's going to be an exciting day tomorrow.
Well, I wish you luck to you and your team. Hopefully it's a good day. Hopefully the weather is cooperative with everybody, especially in the field events with how the wind can shake things up there. But hopefully everything goes well for you on Saturday, Coach, and we'll talk to you again next week for the Coach's Corner to see how everything went down.
You bet. It's always a pleasure. Thank you guys for your support of our athletes, both in track and field and all of the spring and other activities throughout the year. Thank you.
Looking for the perfect pair of glasses? At Vision Care Associates, we've got you covered. Step into our showroom and discover our vast selection from timeless classics to the latest trends. With several styles to choose from, you're sure to find the perfect match for your look. Experience personalized service and expert care. Whether you need help finding the right frame or adjusting your new glasses for the perfect fit.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Unlock the power of your home's equity with a home equity loan from Explorers Credit Union. With qualifying rates as low as 3.99% APR and zero application fees, you'll have the flexibility to fund your next big move, whether it's building your dream kitchen or knocking down high-interest debt. But hurry, this limited-time offer is available February 1st through April 30th. Stop into Explorers Credit Union today or visit explorerscu.com to learn more. Membership eligibility required. Offer subject to change at any time. Terms and conditions apply. NCUA insured.
Have a graduating senior in May? Well, it'll be here before you know it. Set up your rooms now for out-of-town guests at the Fairfield by Marriott or Holiday Inn Express in Yankton. The Fairfield offers a comfortable, relaxing stay in modern rooms and ask about their gathering room for graduation parties. The Holiday Inn Express features large family rooms, hot breakfast, and free happy hour. Get a great rate and flexible reservation changes by calling the Fairfield or Holiday Inn Express in Yankton direct.
All right, welcome back into the Coach's Corner. Let's start talking Yankton Gazelles softball. Coach Jill Muth. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Bryce.
Hey, Gazelles softball improved to 2-1 with a 9-6 win over the Pure Governors. That was on Thursday. So 2-1 record, now a winning record. After kind of a tough game to start out, Yankton seems to be smoothing things out now. And are you kind of liking the way the team is gelling?
Well, first, I just have to tell you, even though I don't want to, it was actually 9-7. We haven't gotten Game Changer updated, so it wasn't actually 9-6. It was 9-7, but
Breaking
still
news.
a win. still a win. Yeah, the first game, I thought defensively we looked like it was the first game. The second and the third game, we looked a little better. I thought defensively we were much cleaner. We still had a few errors here and there, but not the throw the ball over the head or not the throw the ball in the dirt. I thought defensively we were much better. And then, offensively against Aberdeen, we had good at bats. We hit the ball hard and found some spots in the outfield and scored a lot of runs. The other night in Pierre, the first few innings, their pitcher kind of held us in check, and we did not have great at bats. We were swinging out of our shoes a little bit, and we were pulling our head out of there. And then in about the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th inning, we started to kind of do a little bit better job and swing at good pitches and keep our head in there and make good contact. And then we scored some runs. And so that was, the difference in that game. But I think, we are trending in the right direction, continuing to preach, make the routine play. That's what we want to do, make the routine play. And if we can make routine plays, then we're going to be in good shape.
I have Kyra Churchma for 3 for 4 on the game. And obviously everyone contributes when you have a 9-7 score, but it really does help when you have a player have that kind of performance any given night.
Yeah. Kyra had a great day. She was playing a catcher for us this year, and she's not, a catcher by trade. So she's kind of playing out of a position, but she's been really good for us behind the plate, been a good leader, is a hard worker. And then, had a really good day at the plate yesterday, hit the ball hard and, drove in some runs for us in some really key moments. So Churchman was really good for us yesterday. She had a great day.
Looking at your schedule, you have Sioux Falls Jefferson on Monday at Sertoma Park in Yankton. But then I'm looking at the rest of your schedule. On the 15th, the day after, you have Sioux Falls Roosevelt. 2 days later, at Sioux Falls Washington. You have a very busy schedule and kind of jam-packed here right in the middle of the year.
Yeah, we have. I told the girls last night on the way home the other night on the way home from Pierre, I said next 2 weeks we have 3 games. I said we play Jefferson, Roosevelt, Washington, and then Easter break, and then we play Brandon, O'Gorman, Lincoln. So in a little over 10 days, 11 days, we have 6 games, and that's including a 4-day school break in that 10, 11 days. So it's going to be a tough stretch for us, and it's going to definitely check and test. There we go. There's the word I was trying to get to. Test our depth a little bit. And, it's going to be interesting in how we roll things out. But hopefully we can, go out and compete in all of our games and just continue to work on making routine plays and having good at bats and go out and be competitive and see what happens.
Love to hear it, Coach. And thanks for the quick chat today here on the Pizza Ranch phone line.
All right. Thanks for having us, Bryce. We appreciate your support.
That's Coach Jill Muth, Yankton Gazelles softball. We'll take a break, come back, and continue right here on the Coach's Corner.
Looking for fuel or more? Stop by Triple Time Rudy's, your locally owned convenience store at 17th and Broadway. At Triple Time Rudy's, they're proud to support the community, offering fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers and backing local activities and events. Inside, you'll discover regional favorites like Dimmick Cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. Whether it's a quick snack, a tank of top-quality fuel, or a taste of local goodness, Triple Time Rudy's, fueling your day, fueling the community.
Moving is hard work. This is Deb Speck from Vision Real Estate, and I'd like to show you how I can make moving a little easier. From staging your home, providing moving boxes, and the use of our enclosed courtesy trailer, to the behind-the-scenes marketing, attention to detail, you can rest easy knowing you have an experienced professional working for you. Call me, Deb Speck, at 605-664-5555.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
You asked, and we listened. The Hy-Vee Market Grill is serving up a new menu full of everything you've been craving. Start your day right with our brioche French toast, plus a side of our favorite golden hash browns. Yes, that's right, they're back. Plus, add some bold flavor to your next meal with our Rise and Shine burger or a plate of wings. Whether you're looking for weekend brunch or an easy weeknight meal, stop by the Hy-Vee Market Grill to grab something tasty for the whole family.
All right, welcome back into the Coach's Corner. This is Bryce Ladwig. That should wrap it up for us here today. I do want to go over some Yankton Bucks tennis results from yesterday, however. A triangular at Sioux Falls Jefferson High School saw the Yankton Bucks sweep Millbank 9-0. Zachary Briggs, Harrison Kraske, Christopher Rockney, Luke Mahler, Ethan Marsh, and Patrick Kralacek each earned points in their singles matches. And then in doubles, the ones that count toward the 9 points, the team of Zach Briggs and Harrison Kraske, the team of Christopher Rockney and Luke Mahler, and the team of Ethan Marsh and Patrick Kralacek each earned their points to earn that 9-0 victory. And then the next matchup against Sioux Falls Jefferson, Yankton won 8-1. All the same players from before won their matchups. Christopher Rockney, the only one that dropped the singles matchup to Charlie Erickson of Sioux Falls Jefferson in a close 10-7 battle. Thanks to all of our coaches that joined us on the Pizza Ranch phone line. Thanks to Braden Butler for catching up with Coach Jeff Gross for us. The Coach's Corner, powered by Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with the vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. And again, thanks to Pizza Ranch for legendary chicken and the best pizza. It's Yankton Pizza Ranch on Broadway, or you can call 665-1222. I'm heading up to Brookings for a 12:15 pregame, 12:15-ish, 1 o'clock first pitch, Yankton Bucks baseball doubleheader at Brookings at Bob Sheldon Field. On KYNTV, we'll see you there. Go Bucks, go Gazelles, go enjoy the rest of your weekend. This has been the Coach's Corner.
Thank you for listening to Yankton Athletics on KYNT, a Riverfront sports property and Yankton's home team. Be sure to subscribe to the KYNTV YouTube page and hit the notification bell so you never miss the action. You can also find KYNT on Facebook, X, Instagram, and online.